So, according to two prominent women in my life, I have had it explained to me independently by each one that I try to intellectualize everything in order to understand it. No shit. That's what the autist does. Uh, there is, they are the reverse of the sociopath, I would say. Sociopath, psychopath is the one that understands emotion but doesn't feel it. The autist is the one who feels emotion but does not understand it. And so, for example, it took a few years for it to be explained to me what the point of fun was. And I now understand that fun is used by neurotypicals to build up their emotional energy so that they can handle subsequent days without constantly facing depression. So that's what we call a logical. I'm intellectualizing what fun is. Where most humans, if I say to them, "What is fun?" they just look at you and laugh. They're like, "Fun? It's fun. You know, fun is what you do that's fun," or something like that, right? So I went down and spoke to one of these prominent women who advised me that the girl from speed dating who was unbelievably friendly and with whom the connection was quite significant, I found, was not lying simply because she did not take my call the next day or the day after, right? So no more calling, that's it. 2 times, more than enough, I'm done, right? What was explained to me by mum is that there could be a huge amount of reasons, all of them emotional, not logical, right? And I said, well, no, just because they're emotional, you can still use logic in order to attempt to fit a model so you can understand the pattern in the future. And then she just thought I was nuts, right? Let's get back to it. She did not return my calls. So my immediate assumption was that she was lying in all of her behavior with me, where the chemistry I thought was insanely intense. Turns out that what mum was saying is that there are an infinite amount of reasons that could explain why today she is no longer emotionally connected to you in the way that she appeared to be on the Friday or Thursday or Wednesday, whenever it was when the speed dating was happening. And so therefore she could not be interested in you today, but also have been interested in you at the time. Both can be true simultaneously. And she said it could be anything. The parents might not have liked the impression of you after she told them, you know, her version of meeting you. There could have been other guys from speed dating with whom she got along with and with whom she was able to get in touch with for whatever reason before me, and she's now talking to them. It could be that her phone died. It could be that she's now with her best friend who is still might be devastated because her best friend showed up and her best friend's ex-boyfriend showed up at the same speed date, supposedly, according to her. And so the almost infinite amount of potential variables that could explain why she has not called unbelievably outweigh the possibility that she simply was just lying. And that is what I explained to mum. A brilliant answer, because you have allowed me to intellectualize the situation, to therefore understand that this person is not a liar. And it does not mean that one cannot predict human behavior simply because a girl that looks interested in you doesn't call, and the girl that didn't look interested in you also didn't call, which would have meant, how can I decide? How do I know who to talk to? How can I trust human behavior? No. So it's a natural thing for us autists, because we see things intellectually and there are sharp, distinctive characteristics between variables. So as humans say, black or white, it looks like people are lying. I'll give you another example. My ex-girlfriend a couple of years ago said, would you like some Milo? And I said yes. She made me the drink, and I tasted it, and I said, this is Ovaltine. And she said, yeah, there was no Milo, so I made Ovaltine. Now, my immediate response was to think she was lying. I said, why'd you lie to me? But in the neurotypical world, Milo was used to represent a certain subset of liquid, which happens to be milk and some sort of chocolate flavor, right? So that is, once again, intellectualizing what most humans would think, yeah, whatever, chocolate milk, you know? Anyway, that's today's lesson for us autists.